Hey guys, I hope you're all well and thanks for tuning in again. I just want to give you a short video today, a little bit of an update as to how I'm getting on, but also just something that's been laying on my heart for a few days that I've been thinking about with God. So firstly, I had an interview yesterday, first interview here in Waterford, so I'm quite excited by that. It seemed to go really well. I'm kind of waiting now to find out what the next stage is in the application process, but it seemed to go well, and even if it doesn't happen, just getting an experience of having an interview was, I think, really helpful. I'm sat in People's Park at the moment, which is just a really beautiful place to sit and do a post, and I'm still really enjoying Ireland. So anyway, so what's on my heart? I follow a guy called Kris Vallotton from Bethel Church in America, in Redding, California. He's done some pretty awesome teaching, but he's one of those kind of preachers that's got a really wonderful sense of humour, and he can drop some real amazing one-liners in his sermons, and probably the only preacher I know that can get away with such things because of his sense of humour. But he said this, he said, some people bring happiness wherever they go. Some people bring happiness whenever they go. Some people bring happiness wherever they go. Some people bring happiness whenever they go. Which one are you? And when I kind of looked at that, first of all I laughed, and then it made me sort of sit up and think, which one am I? Am I the kind of person that brings happiness wherever I go, into whatever situation I go into? Or am I the kind of person that brings happiness whenever I go, whenever I leave that situation, whenever I leave that circle of friends or whatever? And I think, in honesty, I can be a bit of both. I remember sitting down with a friend of mine when I was in South Africa, and we'd have a pint together, and we just used to moan about the state of the world and stuff, It was a bit of fun. We were just bantering, I suppose, but I got away with that with him because we both did the same. But in some situations, when you sit down with a friend or a loved one, and all you can bring is kind of like negativity, it doesn't really, it doesn't do that relationship any good. One of the questions, I don't think I actually got asked it yesterday, but when I was obviously preparing for my interview, I was going through all different interviewing questions, and one question that came up was, how can you promote a positive atmosphere in a team that you work with? Which is a really great question, but I think I can tell you one way in which you can do the opposite, create a negative impacts in the team you're working with, and that's by just bringing negativity wherever you go, just talking about all the bad things in life, berating the company that you work for and all that kind of stuff soon promotes a real negative atmosphere in the place that you work. One example. And so I'm really trying to think about my own interactions with people. If I've got things that I need to talk about and maybe even moan about, I don't want my entire time just to be about that. I want to get the balance right. I want to be able to share what's on my heart, but at the same time kind of focus on what's positive. I want to leave and people feel like it's been a good interaction. I don't want to be that person that when I leave everyone starts feeling good because I've gone, kind of thing. So I think this is really important to think about how we interact with people, especially our families and stuff. When we sit down with our children, when we sit down with our wives, we don't just want to be bringing negativity all the time. And so I ask you that question: are you the kind of person that brings good things wherever you go, or are you the kind of person that brings good things when you go? Just to finish this off, what about those occasions when actually you need to get a lot of negative stuff off your chest? We all need to sit down and talk to people, and sometimes we have bad experiences and we need to process that and talk to people about it. I think we always need to make space for that, but at the same time we need to get the balance right. When we're trying to process stuff, we want to go away from it with something positive, something that we can act upon, something that's actionable, that can turn that negative into something positive or help us process it and come out the other side. So I'm not saying don't have those interactions where you get the hard stuff off your chest, but yeah, try and turn it around. Try and listen to the advice of the people you're talking to, sharing with, and try and walk away from it with some actionable advice that you're going to put into practice to turn things around. Anyway guys, just a few thoughts there. I hope you found it helpful. Are you the kind of person that brings happiness wherever you go, or are you the kind of person that brings happiness when you go? It's a great one-liner, eh? Anyway guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll speak to you again soon. Bless you guys.